Hi guys, Rob Bottas here. I thought I would do a unwrapping video of the latest game to arrive in the mail from Vae Victis. We have First Republic, the War of the First Coalition, 1792 to 1797. It's a two-player card-driven game, and when I first saw the cover, I was like, "Wow!" I mean, that's awesome. I've always been impressed by the component quality of Vae Victis. This game is on the War of the First Coalition. It has rules in both French and English. It has four scenarios: the early war, 1792 to 93; the late war, which is 1795 to 97; Bonaparte in Italy, 1796; and the full campaign from 1792 to 1797. It comes with one game map, which is 61.5 by 59 centimeters, 216 die-cut counters, 72 cards, 36 for the French Republic and 36 for the Coalition, two rule books, one in French, one in English, one player aid, and 10 Ziploc bags. And it's in their typical folio style container that they've used quite successfully with their Jeu de Gloire games. Let's take a look inside. So you flip it open, and of course we've got our baggies, and we have two decks of cards for the coalitions, and then we have our two decks of cards for the French Republic. I'm not going to open them up, but basically on the cards, you've got the English side, and then if you flip it around, en français. So that's a cool little compromise. So there's not as much artwork as you would normally expect in a card-driven game, but that's because I think it's because you've got French and English, which solves the problem of having to have multiple decks, decks for the French and then decks for the English. Instead, it's French and English in the card, which is pretty cool. So let's move those aside. We have the rule book / playbook, and this is the one in English. I already looked it up earlier. There are 14 pages of actual rules in the game. And it's nice size print, easy to read, color, there's examples. So yeah, you've got 14 pages of rules, and then the playbook runs from page 15 through to page 23, and that covers the four scenarios as well as designer notes and the select bibliography. And on the back, you have your political prestige points. That the rules will talk about that. Then you have your rules that are en français, which for me won't be in use because je parle un petit peu français et ne pas beau. I don't speak French very well, but I do speak a little bit. I already opened the map up, and I quite liked it. Let me put this on pause. Okay, and here's the map. It's a nice size map. It's point to point. The various colors denote which faction they belong to. And then as well as the points, you've got various areas that are like, this is the Pyrenees, this is the Vendée, this is another region of France. That's the, I guess, middle of France. We've got northern Italy, and we've got the Austrians, the Venetians, the Holy Roman Empire, and blue, of course, is the French. And then we have the Dutch Republic, and it's all according to color. You've got your turn record track with the seasons, and along the bottom, you keep track of your prestige points, your government of the Republic, I guess what stage the government is in, various treaties, and then Bonaparte is a bit of a wild card because apparently, he could actually topple the Republic and bring it to an end. I haven't read the rules yet, so I don't know exactly how that works. Let me put this back on hold, but it's a lovely looking map. I mean, and really the footprint, it's a nice size footprint. good quality paper, not too shiny, so it's I guess it's a matte finish, but looks like it'd be very easy to navigate. Let me pop this on hold. Okay, and then you have your typical Vae Victis style counters, which these are very got to be careful they don't pop out. It's the same style of artwork that you're going to see in the Jeux de Gloire games, but they're functional. They're very readable, and they're not overly busy. So you've got your symbol for your infantry, or your, and then of course that's probably the strength number. Each point is approximately 5,000 men. You've got control markers, various markers. Not sure what that is. Oh, and then of course there's a marker with a guillotine, because when the game starts, Louis the 16th is still alive, but perhaps he gets a guillotine at some point during the game. And the counters are double-sided, and then you also have a player aid card, and your player aid card on one side is in French, and the other side is in English, and you've got the game turn sequence, your combat table. I guess fortresses for siege, I suspect. Yeah, siege prosecution, siege activation, Bonaparte political success table. So all in all, I think it looks quite impressive. The components are wonderful. I can't comment on play because I haven't played it yet, so I'm gonna have to convince one of my friends to give this a go. But I don't often see very many Vae Victis unwrapping videos, so I thought I would do one. And so, like I said, this was for the First Republic, Wars of the First Coalition from 1792 to 1797 from Vae Victis Games. It's part of their historical collection, and this is one of their newest releases. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.